Okay, it's recording already.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself again?
Okay. Yeah. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Terrence. I'm 37 years old and moved to Singapore about like 2 years ago from Hong Kong. Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
Should be okay 啊。Okay.
sounds okay.
我们从 OK，
好，
我们
从头开始。
说很快啊。So I'll ask you again. So 不要看这个，我们直接看这个好。那 I think we are very close already lah. Okay. Okay. Can you introduce yourself to Ultimate Performance?
Definitely. Hi, I'm Terrence. I'm 37 years old and Chinese. So moved from Hong Kong to Singapore about like 2 years ago. Yeah.
So
Working in the tech industry, did a lot of travels before lockdown, before the COVID-19. Yeah.
So OK 啊。Okay. So 你讲完过后你不用讲，
Sure.
因为我直接停掉。Okay. Could you talk us through what actually brought you here to Ultimate Performance?
Of course. Before the COVID-19 situation, I did a lot of travels for business and for personal across different places in US and in China. So, but after the lockdown, I had to like basically lock myself in the home, work from home, live from home, and had a lot of really Asian type of food, which is very carbs heavy for sure. And my fitness was like a drop. The body fat percentage went up so high, and someday, like when I look into the mirror, I just cannot bear with myself. So I decided to take this challenge.
So you mentioned on traveling quite a fair bit, right? So, how was your lifestyle like? Just on a weekly, could you like describe to us like in terms of like your sleep, your lifestyle, your food intake, and what are the few challenges that actually led you to, where you see yourself, that was where you were?
Yeah, so before the COVID-19, I traveled a lot, right? So I spent probably, in the month, I spent about like 2 weeks outside of the home city and live in a hotel and probably have business meetings run through from the early morning all the way to somewhere late night. Meet clients, friends in other cities. And the food would be really, really random. I couldn't really stick to a menu, a housey menu, I would say. It would be like business dinners and drinks after that, of course. I tried to leverage the hotel gym a lot when I was away. That basically maintained a very delicate balance between gaining fat and losing fat. But the COVID-19 definitely breaks all the balance.
So having all of this, I think everyone who comes in here, they find it very challenging because you guys are very busy individual, right? So with all of this lifestyle, how did it actually make you feel physically and mentally where before you actually came into UP?
So one thing I was trying to look from UP for sure is a framework, a very, very solid and scientific framework. So as educated person myself, I definitely can dig into all the information over there, but now it's like the era of the internet, right? So you have so many information and it's very hard for you to dig into so many things and just living in the middle of the information island. So I'm trying to find a specific agency or specific like training studio there that can filter all the information for me and get all the frameworks established and with solid proof that it can work. So that's why I'm going to UP instead of like just build a like fitness plan for myself.
Have you really tried any particular diet by yourself before coming into UP?
Yeah, I try to cut the overall meat intake, or say but I couldn't really take the unhealthy part of the meat, or say the protein side away. But the overall, so you can see like the typical Asian diet will be really, really carbs heavy. So I tried that and try to increase the vegetable intake, but that would not work simply. Yeah, it's not that simple.
So when you first came into UP, I think everyone we will ask is, what are the top three? How do you actually feel when you first came into UP? And you know, it's a very big transition of training and nutrition. So, what was your first initial understanding or response when we did our first session together?
Yeah, so it's definitely a good assessment of the entire fitness level of myself. It's about the food, the diet I'm taking every day, I was taking every day, and the sleep conditions, the recovery conditions, as well as the some of the like, I don't know how can I say that, but the flexibility of my, like, each of my joints, each part of my body. So what are the specific things I can do, I cannot do? Am I flexible enough to? And also the muscle volume in general. Yeah, so basically it's a very good overall check. However, it's not the house check you take in the hospitals, but it's more about like the ability to work out, ability to do sports. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 现在可以。So main thing, I think 我们 pause 一下子可以。Main thing, I think 打个概念给你就是说 okay, how was your energy level? You can even say it in a sentence, right? Like, you know, how were you, like, how was your lifestyle? You know, a lot of traveling, you know, food intake wasn't good, and like to cut it short is like, how did it impact your whole nutrition? Because, you know, like all of the bad dieting actually allows you to how you see yourself, how you feel. And then the big transition from UP, how do you actually feel, you know, after these 4 months of training and on dieting? So we want to touch a little bit on that. Because at the end of the day, 我希望是我们可以 highlight 有些重点。
Okay, 好。
Then at least 可以直接就完成。
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so we'll review the question one more time. So Terrence, when you talk about your lifestyle, right? Could you bring us into how your lifestyle was before coming to UP? And how did the lifestyle actually impact your energy level or your mood per se, or how you view yourself?
Yeah, so the lifestyle was really a little bit sporadic and random. So I was taking a lot of the meetings with the people in US. So my sleep was really sporadic across the day, 2 hours in the noon, 3-4 hours in the evening, and then another 2-3 hours probably during the night. And the food was really based on like COVID-19, right? So it's based on the delivery menu. So whatever Grab can offer, I will take it. So it's really carbs heavy. So the results out of it is pretty simple and straightforward. I'm getting fat. I'm getting easily tired throughout the entire day, and I'm not looking good. So.
So when you first came in, I know there was a few challenges that I think me and you, we kind of experienced in terms of, you know, because of your work hours and you're new to training. So we'd like to talk to you about, like, you know, how was training like in the first 2 months in UP?
It's definitely tough. At the very beginning. So I need to basically adapt myself, adapt the lifestyle, or say the way of recovery and taking diet into shape, so that I can afford, or say I can sustain the trainings taken here, because the training here definitely is challenging. It's definitely a good way, good manner of challenging. So at the very beginning, I started with like chest press with like maybe 8 kilos per side. Now it's like doing 28. So it was quite a huge leap over there, but it's not only about exercise itself, but it's more about adapting the lifestyle. So prepare yourself, get yourself recovered after each of the trainings, so you can build muscles, build confidence, build fitness to actually achieve that. Yeah.
So just now you touched on, you know, doing a chest press, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think from 8 kilo to 28 kilo, you know, it was actually, like, to be honest, it's a very big jump, because I've never done that in like 4 months. So actually, when instead of just saying like you have actually gained strength, of course,
Mm-hmm.
right? But do you find that during training here in UP, was there more than just a body and a strength perspective that you have gained out from UP? Like, what do you actually gain out of this whole journey?
A lot of things. So from the knowledge wise, I would definitely say there I have been able to establish a framework of like I would say fitness management or say health management. So you understand what like how food how food works in your body and how exercise works in your body. Like we were talking about the balance between calorie intake and output, as well as the natural intake and output and building muscle, everything about it. So